Hello guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is Ethical here. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at switch. Okay, we'll see what switch is and how to implement this using C++. Okay, so without wasting time, let's jump into our IDE, which is code blocks. So I'll hit Windows Q on my keyboard and I'll type code blocks. There it comes, then I'll just press enter. As you can see, my IDE is loading up. So we just need to wait for it. Yes, so this is the interface of the code blocks. So we need to just create a project. So I'll click on create a new project and I'll select console application. I'll click on next. Of course, this is where we'll select our language. In this case, we're using C++, not C. So it's there already. Just click on next. Now we need to give our project a title. So I'm going to just give it switch. Okay, let's leave it switch. Switch is the name of the title of our project. Then I'll click on next and I'll click on finish. So by the left hand side, I'll click on sources and I'll double click on main.cpp. All right, so I need to clear this hello world text that is here. All right, so just like I said, we'll be working on what? Switch. So what exactly is, switch statements? Now, the switch statements, especially in C, is a flow control statement that is used to execute the different blocks of statements based on the value of the given expression. Okay, so let's say we want to work on a certain details. For example, let's say we want to allow the user to enter a number. Then when the user enters that number, we'll now print out a certain text telling him the magic number that the user enters. Okay, that is just a very simple project that we can lay our hands on. All right, so to go to jump on this project, firstly we need to declare our variable. So let me just give you a breakdown of this. I'm going to write a comment here. I'll just give it something like program to print, let's see, a favorite. Okay, sorry, is favorite number, right? Favorite number, let's see, using switch statements. Okay, there is statements. Okay, so this is just a comments in case anybody is going through our code, you understand what this program is all about. All right, so what next? So now we can start declaring our variable. Let me just copy this. I'll hit Windows Control X. I'm going to drop this here. It's not going to do anything to our code. Okay, so first thing first, we need to declare a variable that is going to hold that number. Okay, so I'm going to have I want users to enter integer values. So I'll be using int number. Okay, I'll just declare it. I'm not going to assign any value to it. Okay, so this is just declaration of variable. Okay, so now let's print out something. We're going to print out let's do this. I'm going to print out please. I'll tell the user to enter a value. So I'll just say please enter your magic number. Okay, so this is the text. Let's make it in caps. Let's say please enter your magic number. Okay, so it will wait for the user to enter the magic number. Now let's collect this magic number. C out. Sorry, I think I have T here. Sorry, small letter T. Yes, so I have C out, enter a magic number. Enter your magic number. Now, whatever the user enters will be stored in, I'm going to have C in, then I'll call this number. Okay, So it means any value that the user enters after seeing this text will be stored in this variable called number. So I've declared the number here and I've collected whatever the user enters here. Okay. So now it is now time to start, to bring up the switch, statement. Now I'm going to start with switch. Of course, that is the keyword. Switch brackets curly brace. We open and close our curly brace. Let me bring it down a little. Okay. So let me put here. Let's see. Here is going to be let's say variable declaration. This is variable declaration. Now there will be something like prompting user to enter value. Okay, that is what that line is doing. Then here will be, let's say, collecting inputs. You can have something like collecting inputs from the user. So these are just comments so that if any other programmer comes up to look at this our code, you understand what each line of code does. Okay, so we have switch. Then here we need to enter the variable that we want to test. In this case, our variable is what? Number. So I'm just going to type number. So switch number. Now switch works with cases. Okay, so we're going to have case 1. Case 1 simply means if user enters 1, okay, what should happen? Once the user enters 1, we're going to have cout. The system should print out something like something like your magic number is 1. So we're just printing out this to let the user know that the magic number that he or she entered is what? Is 1. As simple as this. So we're going to have break. Okay, now I'll explain to you what this means as we move on. All right, so this is for case 1. Now after break, we're going to have case 2. We're going to have case what? Case 2. So case 2 is like, what if a user enters 2? So we will have cout will end this line. So if the user enters 2, so it should be your magic number is 2. As simple as that. Then we'll now have break. Okay, we'll now have break. All right, so let's go to case 3. We have case 3. Case 3, cout end of. So we're going to have your magic, in caps, your magic number is 3. Okay, so we are just trying to check out the value that the user enters. So we have case 1 to 3. Now let me explain to you each line of this code. Now case 1 simply means when user enters 1, because we're going to be prompting them to enter value, where we have please enter your magic number. It will be stored in this number, right? That is the line that will be storing that number. So this number will be um, tested in the switch statement. Now this number will be compared with what the user entered. Now number that the user enter, we'll compare it with this 1 that we have here. That is why we have case 1. This 1 will be compared with the number that the user enters. If this matches, it means this condition is met. So it will print out this. and it will break. Break means it will exit. It will stop running it will stop executing the program. So that is the meaning of this break. We have break, we have continue, but here we are seeing break for now. So your magic number is what? 1. It will exit. That means the first condition was met. Now, if this condition is not met, it will skip this and move to case 2. So it will check to compare the value that the user entered, was it 2? If the answer is yes, then it will print out this. Then it will break, it will exit. Okay? What if the value that the user entered is not 2? It will jump this, it will skip this line, it will skip this statement and move to case 3 to compare whether the value that the user enters is 3. If the value that the user enters is 3, it will print out this. Then it will, it will break. Break means stop. We've gotten what we're looking for. That is what it means. So what if the system checks and notice that the value that the user enters is not among any of these cases? What happens? So that is when we will now have what is called default. We're going to have default. So in the default, we're going to print out a text. We're going to print out a text here. Let's see. We'll end this, end all. So in this default, we're going to have sorry, the value you just entered is not in my database. As simple as that. So this is the default value that will be printed. Then we'll now click on, let's go down. So we'll now give it break. All right. So this is how switch statement works. Now let's test what we've done to see how it works. So if the system receives a value from the user, the system will ask the user to enter a magic number. That magic number will be stored in this number variable, and we're using that number variable now to test for these conditions. So we're checking out to see whether it meets the first criteria. The value that the user entered, was it 1? If it was 1, then it will print out this. Then it will stop. It will break. If the value that the user entered is not 1, it will move to the next one to check whether it was 2. If the value was 2, then it will print out this. If the value wasn't 2, then it will skip this and move to the next one. It will move to case 3. It will check. If the value wasn't 3, then of course it will move to the next one. But the next case that we have here, we don't have any other case. What we are left with is the default. The default is like else. If all these conditions are now met, please print this by default. So we're going to have, sorry, the value you just entered is not in my database. Okay. So now let's build and run this program to see what we have. Can you see the system is telling us, is asking us to please enter our magic number. So let's say I enter 2, okay, and I hit enter. Can you see it says your magic number is 2? That means the value that I entered is 2, and if we go to our case 2, we have what? Your magic number is 2. So what if we run this program one more time, then I enter something like 3, okay, and I press enter. Can you see your magic number is 3? And of course, that is what we have in case 3, right? Now let's build this one last time. I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to impute, let's say 23. Of course, 23 is not available in these cases. So once I press enter, and you see we now have the default value printed, which is, sorry, the value you just entered is not in my database. So this is how the switch statement works. So and I think this brings us to the end of this video. So I believe you're able to get value in this video. Please, if you actually did, please hit the subscribe button and also make your comments on the video in the comment section of this video. And you can also share this video to those that you feel will also benefit from this video. Of course, thank you so much for watching. My name is Abdullah Sani, and bye for now. See you in our next video. Bye.